On the heights of Mount Sinai, amidst thunder and lightning, a profound encounter unfolds. Moses stands in the awesome presence of the Almighty, enveloped not by a form, but by a blinding, radiant light, the very essence of God's glory. It is here, in this sacred space between the heavens and the earth, that divine principles are etched into the heart of a fledgling nation. God imparts to Moses a set of laws that will shape their society, a covenant designed to govern their interactions with one another and with the world around them. These are not merely rules, but a blueprint for a community founded on righteousness and compassion, a reflection of the character of the God who has called them out of bondage. The air itself seems to hum with the weight and wisdom of the words being spoken, laying the groundwork for a just and merciful people. The scene shifts to the bustling life of the Israelite camp, a vibrant marketplace teeming with activity. Here, the abstract laws from the mountain take on tangible form. We see a merchant carefully balancing his scales, ensuring a fair exchange, refusing the temptation of deceit. A landowner, rather than hoarding his wealth, extends a hand to a widow, providing for her needs without question. In another corner, a man finds his enemy's lost ox wandering astray. Instead of ignoring it or taking advantage of the situation, he remembers the commandment and dutifully leads the animal back to its owner. These are not isolated acts of kindness, but a cultural fabric being woven from threads of divine justice. The law demands impartiality, reminding them that both the rich and the poor stand equal before God. It is a radical vision of society, where compassion is not just a suggestion, but a sacred obligation. The rhythm of life in the community is marked by a holy cadence of work and rest, of sowing and celebration. The camera pans across sprawling fields, but instead of being harvested, they are left untouched, lying fallow for an entire year. This is the Sabbath for the land, a practice of trust and release, allowing the earth to rejuvenate and ensuring that the poor and the wild animals have something to eat. This principle of rest extends to the people as well, with the weekly Sabbath providing a sacred pause for all, from the master of the house to the servant and the foreign sojourner. The year is also punctuated by joyous festivals. We witness families gathering for the three great annual feasts: the Feast of Unleavened Bread, the Feast of Harvest, and the Feast of Ingathering. They travel with offerings in hand, their faces alight with gratitude, celebrating God's deliverance and provision in a communal outpouring of worship and thanksgiving. As the Israelites prepare to leave the shadow of Sinai, a new promise illuminates their path forward. A divine messenger, an angelic being cloaked in celestial light, appears to lead them. This is no ordinary guide. God's own name and authority dwell within this angel. His presence is a guarantee of protection and a constant reminder of the covenant. The angel moves before them, a pillar of guidance through the harsh and unforgiving desert. The journey is arduous, but the Israelites are not alone. This divine emissary is tasked with navigating the treacherous wilderness, overcoming obstacles, and bringing them safely to the place God has prepared, a land described in luscious, vibrant terms, flowing with milk and honey, a stark contrast to the barren wasteland surrounding them. Under the watchful care of this celestial guardian, the people of Israel stand at the edge of the wilderness, their eyes fixed on the horizon. The memory of slavery is behind them. The trials of the desert are around them, but the promise of a future lies before them. They are a nation forged in the crucible of Sinai, bound by a covenant of justice and mercy, and led by the very presence of God. With hope rekindled in their hearts, they look toward the promised land, ready to inherit the future that God has ordained for them, a testament to His faithfulness and enduring guidance through every step of their journey.